Hey everyone, welcome back to Native Pets channel. I'm Dr. Juli and I've been working with dogs for close to 20 years. The tougher part of my job is when I see that my dog patients aren't feeling 100%. Today we're going to talk about 10 of the most common health problems in dogs and ways that you can be proactive for your pet's health. We all want our dogs to live as long as possible, so being aware of these conditions can help you be more educated as a pet parent. Osteoarthritis, or more commonly referred to as arthritis, is one of the most common causes for chronic pain in dogs. So contrary to popular belief, arthritis is not just a disease of aging. We can even see it in young dogs. It can affect up to 80% of dogs over 8 years old and potentially up to 35% of dogs of all ages. Arthritis can also be caused by previous traumas or genetics. Things like physical therapy, oral medications, and even supplements have been shown to help alleviate the symptoms of arthritis. Native Pet has relief chews, and these contain green lip mussel and also turmeric, which can help support dogs with arthritis. In fact, a daily dose of turmeric in dogs has been clinically shown to help fight inflammatory diseases. Another common health problem in dogs is obesity. Nearly 60% of dogs are overweight or obese. And this is a really big problem because obesity increases the risk of certain other diseases, including some cancers, arthritis, diabetes, and potentially heart problems. The good thing about this problem is that obesity is one of the easiest things to address. Take them on daily walks, play with them in your backyard, and get creative with their exercise routine. So it's good to keep things fresh and exciting for them. For a lot of pet parents, it can be really hard to tell if their dog is actually overweight. So make sure you check with your veterinarian and also use this chart as a guide. So here's another big number. 80% of dogs will have some form of dental disease by the time they're just 2 years old. Dental disease in dogs can be caused by a variety of factors, but the best thing that you can do is brush your dog's teeth every single day. But make sure you don't skip your dog's veterinary dental cleanings so they can check out everything that's going on above and below the gum line. The next common health problem for us to talk about is allergies. Many experts believe that up to 20% of all dogs will develop some kind of allergy during their lifetime. This could be a food allergy, an environmental allergy, or even a seasonal allergy. You'll often see things like scratching, itching, watering of the eyes, licking at the paws, if your dog is suffering from some kind of allergy. Just like in people, while allergies can't be cured, we do have tools to alleviate some of the symptoms. Native Pet's allergy chews contain a variety of ingredients that help support immune health. But it's important to nail down the root cause of your dog's allergy symptoms, so talk to your veterinarian so they can get a proper diagnosis. Next, let's talk about skin conditions. Because I live in a very warm climate, skin infections and hot spots are probably the number one thing that people bring their dogs to me for. If you notice that your dog's skin is red and irritated, maybe there's some hair loss or scabbing, then there's a good chance that they have some skin infection going on. These can be caused by a variety of factors, but the most important thing you can do is keep the area clean and dry and prevent your dog from scratching or licking at it more. In these cases, I recommend putting a cone on your dog right away and then make an appointment to see your veterinarian. On a similar note, ear infections are another really common condition that I treat in dogs. As many as 20% of dogs struggle with issues with their ears. Ear infections are not exclusive to floppy-eared dogs like golden retrievers. They can also occur in other breeds of dogs due to the shape of their ear canal. This is why it's really important for pet parents to make sure that they keep their dog's ears clean and dry. If you notice that your dog is shaking their head a lot, or you notice a foul odor coming from their ears, it's probably time to take them to the vet. Next up, let's talk about parasites. Some of the most common parasites that we see in dogs are tapeworms, fleas, and ticks. There are many ways and places where your dog can pick up a parasite, so that's why we always recommend parasite prevention medication. And this is especially important for those of you who are always taking your dogs on hikes or to the dog park where they're around a lot of other dogs. Giardia is a protozoan parasite that we commonly diagnose in dogs. This is especially important for puppies who love to explore the world with their mouths, and their immune systems are not very strong at that point. Researchers have actually found that more than a fifth of dogs at dog parks were shedding parasites. Believe it or not, benign fatty tumors are actually really common in dogs, especially in older ones. Unlike malignant tumors, these benign fatty tumors are unlikely to cause any serious problems in dogs. Especially as your dog gets older, it's really important to examine their skin and body to check for any lumps and bumps and get them to the vet to have them checked out. Another common condition we see in dogs are urinary tract infections. Bacterial UTIs affect 14% of all dogs throughout their lifetime. A telltale sign of a UTI is your dog is going to want to urinate more frequently, but in smaller amounts. In these cases, you may also see some blood in your dog's urine as well. This can be a pretty serious condition, so you want to make sure you bring your dog to the veterinarian and also make sure they don't have any bladder stones or crystals in their urine. The last super common condition that I see are soft tissue injuries. Cranial cruciate ligament tears, which is very similar to ACL in humans, make up 85% of all dog orthopedic surgeries every year. It just takes one bad jump off the couch for your dog to tear their CCL. And once one of their legs has this injury, there's a good chance they may tear the one on the other side at some point. It's also very common for dogs to pull a muscle or sprain a joint, especially if they're highly active and running around a lot. You want to be really mindful if your dog likes to jump in and out of the car or up and down stairs, or if they like to play games of fetch or frisbee. These are common activities where they can get these types of injuries. These types of injuries can be really difficult for dogs because the recovery time can take several months. If you're a pet parent, there's a pretty good chance your dog has experienced one or more of these issues. The good news is that if you're proactive about your dog's care, you can minimize the risk of them getting these common issues. Things like taking them to the vet, grooming and teeth cleaning, and feeding them a good quality nutrition are all a good place to start. If your dog is prone to any of these because of their breed or lifestyle, you can consider giving them supplements to support their health. I also really like the Daily from Native Pet because it was formulated to target some of these most common conditions in dogs. It has 11 active ingredients and is an everyday supplement you can use to support your dog's overall well-being. Even if your dog is healthy now, it's great to be proactive to try to prevent these conditions as they age. Thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe to our channel for more tips on keeping your dog healthy and happy.